Hey guys, as UT students are beginning to make some decisions regarding their vote for our SGA leaders, we're here with the Jennings-Morris-McCandless campaign to talk policy and how they plan to better our campus. So here with us today we have Matthew Morris, who's running for vice president. We have Jennings Hardee, who's running for president, and Caitlin McCandless, who's running for the student services director. So my first question actually is for Caitlin. You're running unopposed, so does that mean you're basically a shoo-in for student services?
Basically it does, yes.
Cool. No one's going to pop in and run against you?
I guess there could be a write-in campaign if someone really wanted to do that, but yeah, so far it's mine, which is very exciting for us. I've been making a joke everywhere we go. I've been saying, I'm running for student services director, and I hope I have your vote because I'm the only one running.
You really don't have to sweat at all. These guys, they got to sweat a little bit, right?
They do.
So my first question is, just for all of you guys, what are the main platforms of your campaign, and how do you plan to use your role to represent the students?
That's a great question to begin with. One of the things that we pride ourselves with on the Hardee-Morris-McCandless campaign is that we have a lot of really well-researched policy. There are 5 main platforms that we're going to talk about, and next week we'll be releasing a full-fledged policy packet with all the details. It's about 20 pages long, so if you're really interested, you can read all of it.
Where can students find that?
Students can find it on our Facebook page at Hardee-Morris-McCandless. If you just type it in, it should be pretty easy to find. We'll be releasing it at the beginning of next week. One of our policy points is accessibility and safety. We feel that safety is one of the most important things here at UT, and we're talking about things from sexual assault to safety and awareness when you're walking on sidewalks, and safety getting to classes during inclement weather, a whole different array of things. So we'll be talking more about that next week when our policy pack comes out.
Cool. Matthew, did you want to add to that? Any platforms that you guys are pushing for?
Yeah, we're going to be focusing also on working with the administration to improve the alcohol policy. One of our main initiatives will be the wet weekends policy, and that'll be working with administration to allow of-age students to drink on campus from Fridays afternoon to Sunday afternoon at 12. Excuse me. And we think that that's a well-researched, a well-educated meeting in the middle, if you will, with administration, as opposed to just tossing out the wild wet campus initiative. We want to make that an initiative that we can really focus on. Excuse me about that little.
You're fine.
Saw a bug flying by.
No. Is that something that you see that the students have really wanted? Have you seen people, pushing for a wet campus, or at least wet weekends, like you said?
I believe so. I think, Jennings, do you have anything to add about that?
Yeah, I'd love to. Also about the wet weekends thing, we believe that it's a really feasible policy. It can definitely be implemented. We know that change can't happen overnight, and so we'd like to advocate for things that affect the daily lives of students and that can occur incrementally. Just like Matthew was saying about the alcohol policy, there's definitely an interest on campus. Oftentimes it gets categorized as just Greeks who want this change, but I think it definitely affects everyone. In the next few weeks, I'll be presenting a bill in Senate specifically regarding the alcohol policy and advocating for those incremental changes. So if you'd like to stay up to date with that, just follow the SGA Twitter account.
Is there anything else that you guys are pushing for that to advocate for students, like you said?
Yeah, just kind of along with alcohol policy, one of the big things we're going to be pushing on is safety. I know me personally, I'm 6'4", 230 pounds, and I don't always feel safe walking around campus or around the Fort Sanders area where a lot of our students are located. So whether that be working with the current administration to improve the lighting in the Fort Sanders area, to improve the bus transportation system late at night, to improve UTPD patrols on campus and off campus as well as in the Fort Sanders area, and also bringing in a red flag initiative to campus that is to improve the education and awareness for sexual assault. Not all the time sexual assault is not always strangers. I think we all know that. And that this initiative will help train students to not only be more watchwords and watchdogs for this suspicious behavior, of sexual assault, to try and, if they see something, say something. We think that if students can have that knowledge, if we can bring that issue to the forefront of people's minds, that we can really try and prevent that very pressing issue on college campuses.
Yeah, well, it seems like you guys are really pushing for some big issues. And one of your slogans, I know, is creating common ground. So what exactly are you aiming for in creating common ground, and what steps are you planning to take to get there?
So creating common ground kind of came from the idea that lately on campus it's felt kind of hostile among different groups of students and among, between students and administration and the administration and the legislature. There's been feelings of division and just, overall hostility on this campus. And so we kind of thought the slogan creating common ground meant that not one single policy is going to address every single issue on campus. Not one single policy is going to make people happy or make people feel like they're getting the things that they want. But we'd like to be able to, find the common ground between all these different groups of students and all these, between the students and administrators, and be able to create policy that addresses all these different topics. it can't be fixed overnight. Like I said before, we'd like to advocate for incremental changes, but we think that creating common ground and doing things via compromise instead of, going in and screaming and yelling and saying, these are all the things that are happening that are wrong and here's how to fix them. We'd like to advocate for compromise and, reasonable changes that will make students' lives better.
Mm-hmm. And Caitlin, you as student service director, you'll have a lot of, active roles with students. Are there certain things you're planning to do to create common ground?
Sure. Like she said, common ground can be found everywhere. As student services director, I would definitely like to be more transparent with administration. I'm currently the government affairs director, which is the student services committee. And through that, I've had direct contact one-on-one with many administrators on campus. We had an event last night, Cheek Speak, and the Chancellor and Vice Chancellor Semino and Dean Shivers all came and spoke, and we had open dialogue with administration, and that's something that Student Services puts on, specifically government affairs, every semester. And so increasing dialogue, transparent dialogue, is something that we definitely want to increase on campus.
Great. If you guys could finish the sentence, and I want to hear from all of you, you should vote for us because, what would you say?
We're experienced and we're passionate about the student body.
Okay, we're going to I would say that you should vote for us because we are qualified, we are dedicated, and we have actually made change on campus already.
I think you should vote for us because we have the experience both in SGA and outside of SGA to be able to experience not just the SGA students' cares and wants, but also the entire student body's cares and wants, and truly give them a student government that will be there for them and not be there for them.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. It sounds like you really have some great policies to put forward and that you're really planning to represent the students. So I wanted to thank you for coming in. So yeah, make sure that you guys are going out and voting in the next couple of weeks. We've got, 3 great campaigns to vote for. So make sure that, you're on the lookout for the Hardee, Morris, and McCandless campaign out on campus. I'm sure you guys are going to be out.
Yes, we will. Yes,
yeah.
we will.
Where can they find some more information? So you've got social media, some Facebook pages.
Yes, absolutely. We have a social media account on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It is Hardee Morris McCandless, and on Twitter we're at HMMGoVols. So feel free to follow us and stay up to date, and especially look forward to the policy packet that we'll be posting next week.
Great.
Thank you for having us.
Sounds great. Thanks for coming on, guys. Thank you.